Wireless technology. That's a common word today, but back in the 90s, in a coded word, still, wireless became a buzzword, and a substantial amount of credit goes to Qualcomm, which is the largest company which manufactures wireless telecommunications products and services today. Created on July 1, 1985 by 7 former Linkabit employees led by Irwin Jacobs, the name stems out of quality communications, so Qualcomm. But a new chapter opened up in the 2000s, where the company got its first automotive client, and from then on, there was no looking back. Someone who has seen it all in the company is Nakul Duggal, Senior Vice President Product Management. And Carandbike got exclusive access to meet him to talk us through the company's journey in the automotive space.
Automotive has become a really major industry that we are seeing a lot of disruption in because of the leadership position that we have had in mobile for many years. To your question on the history, I think what you are seeing as a transformation today in automotive, the seeds for that were sowed many years ago. General Motors has been a leader in telematics services with OnStar for many years, and we partnered because we have a heritage in telematics back from the inception of the company. We partnered with them as we were pushing CDMA in the US for GM to select CDMA and CDMA technology, CDMA products. We are now in our 9th generation of modems across the GM fleets over many years. And those early efforts were really the precursor to what we see as the connected car today. So, as you start to see 5G based vehicles getting deployed in 2020, a lot of history has gone in, and we've been part of that journey across most automakers globally. Our introduction to infotainment was actually because of our partners in Volkswagen Group and Audi specifically, who were our partners in telematics and looked to us to also bring Snapdragon, which has been our application processor platform on the mobile side, bring that over into automotive. And that journey has also been a great success because we invest across many different aspects of the application processing platform, from graphics, from CPUs, digital signal processors, audio and multimedia. And all of those in today's context are very relevant to how automakers are looking to differentiate the in-car experience. That journey started off back in 2012 to 2013. We started to ship into Audi in 2016. And since then, we have actually won a number of major automakers.
In fact, at the company's recent Analysts Day, it announced its revenues for the first time, and those stood above $700 million for the 2019 financial year. And the company expects to double this amount in the next 3 years or so. In fact, its automotive business is going to be a key driver, and the company's prowess in the mobile industry is helping it chalk out its research for automotive. But automotive has its own challenges, and the focus is more on affordable technology. So how does the company deal with these demands?
A lot of times the question is asked of us, why would you focus on a market that has smaller volumes compared to what we see in mobile? And actually it is, our way of looking at it is quite different. We think that the car as a platform is actually going through a tremendous amount of transformation. Right? It is transforming more than it has in the last 50 years. The car is becoming digital, it is a computer on wheels, and the type of technology and software and silicon that the car is going to need from a performance perspective is highly differentiated. And so that plays to our strengths, and in fact it allows us to be able to further improve the quality of products that we are already building for mobile.
There are a lot of technologies that the company has been working on, chief among which is V2X. Basically, the car will be able to communicate with anything and everything around in its environment. And this includes other vehicles, pedestrians on the road itself, infrastructure, and a lot more. Of course, for this we need better connectivity, and the incoming of 5G technology is probably something that even Qualcomm's waiting for.
Yes, 5G is actually going to bring in a significant amount of change to the auto industry because, first of all, the data rates that 5G operates at are going to be orders of magnitudes higher than what 4G is able to offer. Along with that also comes improved latency. So when you start to see a combination of much higher data rates with 5G that allow the car to connect to the cloud, combined with vehicle-to-vehicle, vehicle-to-infrastructure communication, which is short range and more immediate and more local, essentially what you now have is the ability to provide an experience to the driver where you have access to a lot of information in real time. So you have real-time maps, you have real-time traffic, but you also have hyper-local information. You have information about what is happening at the intersection that you are waiting at with pedestrians that are walking around, and the infrastructure can tell you whether it's safe for you to move or not if the light is green. So that level of technology advancement that we are going to see in the next decade, that wasn't really available with 4G or when we did not have the type of cellular V2X that we are trying to go bring. So that is going to improve the overall experience, make cars safer, make the overall transportation experience safer.
And it's not just that, but the shared mobility space will see a big transformation with the rise of 5G technology.
As 5G starts to become widespread and really standard across most geographies, what you will start to see is also an intersection of improvement in services that rely on 5G. So for example, one major area that we are now seeing is ride sharing. Today, if you think about the application of ride sharing in complex environments where you need to have very high accuracy from a location perspective. And we've done a lot of work where the location accuracy that you need for a phone versus what you need for a car are very different. In a car that is driving in a wide variety of environments, you need to have lane level accuracy. For autonomous driving, you need to get to centimeter level accuracy, and you need to do this in real time. So when you start to look at applications like we have this internal technology that we call vision enhanced precise positioning, which combines camera information, GPS, and dead reckoning to create centimeter level accuracy. When that is available at 5G rates, you would essentially be able to get much highly accurate applications in a ride-sharing environment where you're now able to identify the location of the vehicle in a much more precise fashion than you could have done in previous generation technologies.
As we gear up to embrace a new decade in the automotive sector, and as cars start getting more and more software driven, there's clearly a new universe waiting to be explored. And Qualcomm, with its technology, has already laid that foundation.